Namaste yogis, welcome to today's class. I hope you're having a great day. For today's theme, we're going on an African adventure. So to start off, we're going to do our silly Oms, because we've not done them for a while. And we're going to start with Tarzan Om. Just to remind you, Om is this sound. Om. Lovely, that's it. You're going to breathe in through your nose, you're going to fill up your belly, and you can only make the noise that this belly has, okay? No sneaky breathing. We're going to start, as I say, with the Tarzan, which means we're going to bang our chest. If you know Tarzan at all, it was a book many years ago which turned into a film, which turned into a Disney film, all about a young boy who got lost from his family and he ended up in the jungle and the gorillas looked after him. And gorillas communicate by banging their chests quite often when they want to call their family, and so Tarzan learned how to do that. So, we're going to breathe into our tummy and we're going to Om our Tarzan. Om. That's it, when you're running out of air, that's when the lips go together for the last bit of the Let's do it one more time. Wow, great work. Now, to remind you, Om is actually a really serious business. We do the silly ones because we're kids and we want to do some silly stuff. But the real stuff came from thousands of years ago when the yogis would sit around meditating in complete silence. And they thought they heard a noise. Now, there's no iPads back then, no electrics at all, no TV, no phones, no cars. It was basically people and animals. So they couldn't understand what the noise could be. Didn't make any sense. The only explanation they could come up with is it was the world that turned, because they knew the world turned. And that was the only reason. So they thought, oh, that's the world turning, that's the universe. We will connect with the universe. Now others may think that it's the sound of all the nature squished in together to make one sound. And even that is a great thing to do. So all around the world, yogis everywhere, thousands and thousands of them, Om every single day. So we might be Omming now, today, at the same time as someone's Omming in India. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So because we did a couple of silly ones, we should respect the Om. It is the sound of the universe. And do a proper one. Take a big breath in. Om. Can you feel it in your throat and on your lips? It does quite a nice vibration. Let's do one more nice proper one. That sounded really lovely. Well done. Okay, mini meditation time. You know we gotta do it. It's great for our brains. Sitting up nice and tall, shake those hands. If you've not been to our class before, we are going to touch our fingers together, one after the other, and we say our magic yoga words. Peace begins with me. And we do this to help calm our crazy, silly monkey mind, okay? 3 times normal voice, 3 times whisper, 3 times silent. You know it. Get ready. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Whisper, peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Silent ones. That was really nice. Good job, everyone. Now, let's do a couple of stretches before we start our class proper. Let's lock our fingers together, interlace, push your hands out and stretch up, making your spine really stretch. Try not to have your shoulders to your ears. Try and push them down and have a little stretch over one side and the other. Oh, that's good. Bring those fingers down, place one hand on the ground, this one stretch up and over. Oh, that feels nice. Can you turn to look up at the ceiling? You should feel it right here in those muscles. If you've done lots of sitting at your desk doing schoolwork, sometimes they get a bit stiff. So a good old stretch really helps. Twist up. Lovely. Let's do our pretzel twist. Sitting up tall to start. Walk those fingers around, round, 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 round. Catch hold of your opposite leg and pull yourself around to look over your shoulder. Remember, your back is straight and the fingers are just touching lightly on the ground behind you to pull this shoulder blade back. And twist around the other side. Hand on the shoulder, other hand lightly on the floor. Pull yourself around. And lastly, let's walk our fingers forward, keeping our bottom stuck on the ground. Place your hands there and stretch down. Keep that bottom down all the time. One forwards. And then behind, fingers behind your back. Push up your chest, stretching all across this bit. And you may even lift up all the way, pushing your hips up. That's it. Oh, good work. Give those arms a shake. And we're going to stand up to do our sun salutations. So I said we were going to Africa. Now Africa is a hot country, but we want to make sure the sun is definitely out. I don't want to get all rainy and wet. So let's come to the, well, I say front of the mat. You guys go wherever. Stay looking at me if it's easier, but I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. Okay, our feet are nice and straight. Our shoulders are down from our ears. Our arms are at the side like a soldier, standing to attention. Are we ready? Butterflies up. Butterflies up. Butterflies down. Ragdoll. Ragdoll. Jump back. Plank pose. Plank pose. Downward dog. Upward dog. Downward dog. Jump forwards. Ragdoll. Ragdoll. Butterfly up. Namaste. Very good. Shall we do it again? It warms our whole body up, so it's really good for you. I forgot to start with namaste, didn't I? Namaste. Butterfly up, butterfly down. Ragdoll. Jump back. Plank pose. Downward dog. Woof. Upward dog. Oh! Downward dog. Woof. Three-legged dog. Other side. Downward dog. jump forwards. Ragdoll, ragdoll, butterfly up, namaste. Okay, we're going to do one more time and we're going to do it super fast. Get ready. Namaste. Butterfly up, butterfly down. Ragdoll, jump back, plank pose, downward dog, upward dog. Oh, downward dog, jump forwards. Ragdoll, ragdoll, butterfly up, namaste. Now you're ready to go on an African adventure. Today we are going to journey to Tanzania, which is a really long way from Africa. So I think we need to pack a few things to take. Let's get our suitcase out. Stretch your legs out long, toes pointing to me. Lovely. We are going to need, what are we going to need? Well, it's a hot place, we've talked about that. So I should take some t-shirts. Definitely take some t-shirts. I'm going to put my hand here, raise my arm up, reach across and grab some t-shirts and pop them into my suitcase. I need some shorts to go with the t-shirts. Hands on the ground, reach up and grab those t-shirts and shorts and pop them in. What about some sunglasses? Need that, don't we? They're in the high cupboard, so stretch up really, 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 really high. Grab hold of your glasses and bring them down to pop into the suitcase. Excellent work. What else do we need? Hat. Hat would be really good. So sit up tall. This time we're going to twist around to grab the hat and pop it in to the bag. And lastly, we need some sun cream. Twist the other side. Twist around, grab the sun cream. We best put a bit on just to make sure. Splurge. Rub it on your arms. And this one, rub it on the arms. And on your legs. Rub it all the way up and down. Don't forget those toes. Dilly-lily-lily. Stretch up your suitcase lid and close the suitcase. You are ready to get on the aeroplane. Now, it's a really, really long time to travel to Tanzania, but we are supersonic aeroplanes today. This foot's going to stay on the ground. Make sure those toes are down. Twisting over, so my hips, these bits, are over my leg. I'm going to lift up, bend this knee, and lift up my back leg. Trying to bring it nice and straight. You can put your aeroplane wings down at the side, or you can bring them out to the sides here, or you can bring them in front of you. Now the leg that's up, those toes should be pointing to the ground. Try not to tip here, you want to keep them flat. So go where it feels comfortable for you. It's going to be a bit wobbly, but that's cool. And to come out of it, bend this knee and come back. So you look graceful and elegant. Let's turn around and do it on the other side. Okay. And make sure this foot is really down on the ground. I can bring up my toes, give them a squash, and then plant my heel down to make it nice and strong. Remember, I point my hips over here, so I'm nice and straight. And the idea is I want to keep this bit nice and straight. No twisting while I'm trying to get the leg up. So bend the knee, slide this leg in, and then raise it up. Push those toes to the ground. Where were your arms last time? Does it feel easier on this leg? Or does it feel harder on this leg? No one is the same both sides. So it might be easier or it might be your harder side. Remember, coming back with control, bend that knee and place your leg down. We arrive in Tanzania and we have to get to the African village in the Serengeti National Park, which means a truck. So, knees bent, back straight, or a bit further on my legs I think, and we drive by truck to the village. Brum, 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 brum. It's very bumpy, which is why my knees are going up and down in the truck. And we go zooming around the corners, and the other corners, and we go down the hills, we go up the hills, until we get to the village. Now when we arrive at the village, it is full of houses, obviously, coming up to house pose. Feet wide, toes straight. You should feel a stretch here. Sort my trousers out. We need a roof. Arms come out and up. A nice pointy roof. Is it a wide roof or is it a straight roof? However you feel. Now these houses, they're round and they're thatched. That means they're made of straw, on the roofs anyway. And the walls are made of mud and dung. They're nice and cosy. The villagers come out of their huts, houses, and they greet us with some waves and hugs. So can we do a big star wave? Yay! And a hug, jump those feet in. Hugs, give yourself a hug and come out. Swap the other arm in front on the top. Squeeze yourself, squeeze yourself, squeeze yourself to say hello. Now they show us to a special chair of honour, just for extra special guests like us. Coming into chair pose, I'm going to turn slightly to the side so you can see me. Now you can have your toes and feet totally together, or you can have a small gap, whatever is comfortable to you. You always listen to your body. I'm going to put mine together because that means my knees won't be trying to go in or out, because they can stay together. Okay, we're going to bend down our butts like we're sitting down. Keep all your toes on the ground at the moment. And when you look down, you want to be able to see your toes, that your knees aren't going too far forwards and you can't see them, because that's going to really hurt here on the ankle. So make sure you can see your toes when you look down. And then you can raise your arms up in chair pose. So your arms are around about your ears. You're sitting down, so it's really tough work on your legs. You should, well, I feel it here, and you should feel it around the butt area too. If we stay here for a really long time, but we won't stay too long, so don't worry. Now, you can lift your toes off the ground, just slightly, but keep your heels on the ground, because your weight should be more in the heels. And then plant all your toes down. And we're going to just tip forwards. Have a little stretch here for a second. And then slowly roll up, bone by bone in that spine. Bones on top of bones, on top of bones, on top of bones. Excellent work. Now, the villagers put on a show for us. The warriors coming first. They do this for all of the guests to the village. This foot straight, this foot slightly wonky. And remember, we want it to be wide enough that when we bend this front knee, our knee isn't over our toes. This bit straight. Okay? Good job. Turn over these hips, over the front of your leg. Now you should feel it. I'm feeling it mostly here. I feel a bit here as well, and around the lower back. It feels like a nice stretch, so I know it's okay. Raise your arms up to show your strength in your biceps. Scare away any warring villagers. You are a strong, fierce warrior. Other side. Swizzle your foot around. Make sure you look all nice and straight. Hips over the front. Bend this knee down. Making sure you're in the right position. I'm just going to turn that foot a bit. Okay. Raise the arms up as you breathe in. Muscles down. Breathe it out. Do that one again. Breathe in, raise the arms up. And bring the muscles down and breathe out with a fierce, strong warriors. They show us how great they are with their bows and arrows. We can do our bow and arrow pose in two ways. We have the archer. So we twist back over to this foot. Our legs are more or less in the same position. You bend down. You can pull back your bow. Ready to fire your arrow. You look a bit like Bolt, don't you? Swizzle around. The other side. Bend that knee. Get your arrow. Pull back. Raising the arm up. Ready to fire. So that's one way we can be an archer. There's another way too, which involves coming to the ground. So we're going to sit on our bottom, stretch out those legs. Your toes pointing to the ceiling, always making sure our feet are working. Make sure, if you put your toes down, you feel the difference, bring them back up. Put them down, bring them up. It just feels like all your legs are working here. We're going to reach forward and grab our toes. Now, usually you get two fingers and you hook them around your big toe. If you need to bend your leg to reach there, that's fine. Hook your fingers around your big toe. Bring up your arrow in. Get ready to aim and fire. Pew! Wow, that was good, but you missed. Try the next one. Hook your fingers around your big toe. If you don't like that, you can just hold the foot. It's fine. Bring it up, draw it back, and fire. Pew! Good work. So that's the arrow. We also have the bow. Now we've done this quite often, and it is named after the bow of a bow and arrow, because the arms look like the string, and your body looks like the, no, I'd say stick bit, but it's the wooden bit. So you bring it up, bow pose. So the warriors are firing arrows at targets, showing how strong they are and what a fearful tribe they are. Next, to show us what they can do, come the dancers. Dancer pose. We're going to stand on one leg. So I'm going to make sure my toes are squished in and my heel comes down, strong leg. I'm going to bring up this leg. So it's a bit like when you do a thigh stretch after your football or you've been running a lot. But we're going to pull it behind us and raise up the opposite arm. Trying to be careful that we don't come out. With our knee, trying to keep our knee sort of in line with it here. Just drawing it back. A beautiful and graceful dancer. Swapping sides. Squeeze your toes down, heel down. Catch that foot. Raise the arm. Pull the leg out. Strong and steady. Don't forget to breathe while you're doing it. And down. Now, we've seen the warriors and we've seen the dancers, so the show ends, but we can't help but take notice that there are so many cute babies in the village. We have to go and have a cuddle with a lovely happy baby coming onto your back. Okay, you raise your feet into the air. Now these feet are like you could stand on them, okay? No floppy feet, nice and straight feet. You reach inside the leg and hold on to the foot. Reach inside this one and hold on. So you can do it that way, or if you prefer, you can put your feet, hands on the outside. It doesn't really matter, because you're still pushing your legs down, opening your hips, and you rock from side to side. You're a happy baby. Let's make some happy baby noises. Goo goo gaga, goo goo gaga. Happy baby. Now, our time in the village comes to an end, because we have to head out on safari. So it's time for our safari adventure. There are lots of animals that graze on the savannah. That's another name for the grassland. Can you think of any? Yes, zebras. Springbok, oh, that's a good one. Antelopes, yeah. Gazelles, I'd forgotten about them. Wildebeests, wow, you're thinking of so many. Stop there, that's enough. We're going to do the gazelle, springbok, antelope animals all squashed up, which are very much like deers. So we're going to do deer pose. We're going to raise one leg up, and the other leg stays on the ground, toes point to the ceiling. Raise up your antlers, and we're going to twist. Now, this is to represent all of those herbivores. A herbivore is an animal who eats plants or grass. So you're twisting over, keep breathing in, and each time you breathe out, see if you can twist a little more. That should feel really nice on the tummy and on the back. Okay, slowly release, and you know what I'm going to say. Whatever you do on one side, you've got to do on the other. Bring the leg up, sit up tall, antlers in the air, big breath in. Now when you breathe out, twist. Push your antler into your leg, try not to do this, so you're going to hurt here. Keep this firmly on the ground. Big breath in, and twist a bit more. Good work. Now, a zebra should have its own pose, I think, to represent these animals. And this is, of course, horse pose, because zebras are way cool. Okay, toes slightly out, legs are wide. You're going to bend down, trying to get your knees in line with your feet, but this bit is straight. No tipping forwards, keep up straight. Imagine you're sliding down the wall, and you can hold on if you wish to pretend you're on a horse. But if you do a little slow bounce, not too much, slow bounce, it's stretching out all these muscles here. Now, you can do a little extra work if you wish by lift up one heel and put it down. Try the other one. Lift up that heel, pop it down. Try both heels. Keep your balance. Remember, don't tip forward and down. One more time. Ready? Heels up. Oh, it's hard. I'm wobbling. And lower those heels and slowly raise up. I felt a bit of a burn in my legs. Did you? Just ahead of us, there is an elephant. He's at the edge of the watering hole having a drink. Keep those feet wide. Make sure your toes are going to point straight this time, though. And we're going to hold our hands together. This is creating our trunk. Bending forward, keeping your back straight. And let your trunk swing from side to side. And just let your head flop and enjoy that nice swinging feeling. Now he's getting a bit hot, so he sucks up some water, raises his trunk into the air, and sprays himself to cool him down. Let's have another drink. Bending forward, keep that back straight. Suck up the water. And much cooler. Next, there is a, oh no. There in the water though, there's something lurking. It's a crocodile. The elephant better watch out. You know how sneaky these are. Stretch out on your side. Now your feet are going to be nice and straight and they're all stacked on top of each other, one leg on top of the other one. Raise, or lay your arm down I should say. Now, you want to look down and be able to see your toes. Yep, they're there. We're going to make it a bit harder if you want by lifting up the tail of the crocodile. Now if that's too wobbly, you can just leave it down. It's up to you. See how you go. Stretch your hands together and you're going to snap your jaws. Snap, 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 snap. And we're going to turn to the other side. Now you can just roll over. I'm going to swing round so that I can see you. Stretch those feet out. Stretch your arm out. Now, remember, you can lift your tail if you want. See how you go. I'm wobbly this side. Oh, I'm wobbly, wobbly. Snap, 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 snap. Crocodile pose. Who else is at the watering hole? Only giraffe. I love giraffes. We're going to step 1 foot forwards and 1 foot back. So our feet sort of triangular, well the shape our legs are making are triangular, not our feet, that would be weird. Hips over your legs. And you're going to hold your hands together and we're going to fold our fingers down and just leave 2 points. I mean, like giraffes have those pointy bits on top of their head. So you can stretch up your long giraffe neck. Now, poor old giraffe. If he's got an itchy nose, what can he do? Well, he can't itch it, can he? Because he's got no arms. How's he going to do it? I'll show you. Bending forward, keeping your back straight. He has to itch his nose against his leg. Itch, 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 itch. And coming up. Swap your sides around. Keep those legs nice and straight. Now, a tip here, if you push this hip forwards, it's easier to fold over. Can you see the difference here to here? So, push it forwards, and then this one pushes back. Interlock those fingers, leave up those giraffe horns, reaching forwards with the top of your body as you come down and catch your itch. Itch, 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 itch. Giraffes can't make any noise, do you know? Because they don't have a vocal cord. Their neck's too long. And do you know what colour the tongue of a giraffe is? Not this colour, it's black. I said I like giraffes, didn't I? Now, there's also a lot of cheeky baboons around the watering hole, splashing and jumping around in the water. Let's do some monkey jumping. Maybe one of the big monkeys comes down and he swings his arms as he walks. He's a bit grumpy. Can you do a grumpy face? But wait, there's a noise, a rustling in the grass, coming onto your knees. Listening. Let's wake our ears up by massaging that dangly bit. Can you give your dangly bit of ears a bit of a rub? A little rub, all the way up the edges, to the top of your ears, and then all the way back down, just a gentle little rub. Switching them on also is quite calming. The noise turns out to be the king of the beasts. Who could it be? Only lion. Lion breath. Open those toes out, knees out, toes are together, paws are on the ground. Now remembering in lion breath we breathe in through the nose down to the tummy, filling up the air, and we roar, not really roaring, we roar the breath out. Remember, we're not being a lion, we're doing lion breath. It's different. Ready? I'll remind you. Big breath in. Claws, eyes, and pokey tongue. You're allowed to do it this time. Big breath in. One more. Big breath in. Lion breath. And there, in the grass, is also a sneaking, slithering cobra snake coming onto your tummies. Hands by your chest. Elbows keep tucked in. We'll start with a baby cobra. Breathing in and coming up really small. So back bends need to have a gentle introduction. So this is our first one today. So we need a small one to start. And coming down. And then we can come up to another baby cobra. Breathe in as you come up, and you can do a little baby hiss. And slowly coming down. So next time we can come up to normal cobra, or mummy cobra if you wish. Big breath in. And lifting up. Still have a bend in your elbow. Make sure those shoulders aren't up here. Keep them back and down. And a big hiss, because we're a bit bigger. And if you wish, you can go all the way up to king cobra. Okay, so we're going to push up, and our arms this time will become straight. And you can push your tail in. Now, I'm not a bendy person, so my head doesn't go anywhere near my feet. But some people can, if they're hypermobile. Mostly if they're hypermobile, because it's not generally a movement most people can do. But I can't, so don't worry. And coming down. And you can rest back in child's pose for a second. It's time to head back to the village, because the sun's starting to go down. I don't want to be out in the wild with the animals in the dark. So I think you've been a real hero seeing so many animals today. So let's do our hero pose. Now I want to go over it because it can be a bit confusing when we're not in the same room for me to show you. There is a type of sitting that is a no, 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 no. And that's called W sitting. I'll show you, just so you can see what I'm talking about. This is where you sit with your bottom on the ground, your feet are turned out, and your knee joints here are really twisted. Now, over time, this sitting like this is going to damage the knees. So it's a really bad way to sit. But if you find this comfortable, try hero sitting. The difference is the feet don't twist out. They come straight in at the side of the body, automatically keeping the knee joints in line. So make sure you are very close to the body. I'll show you from behind. You can see my crusty feet. So my bottom is touching the ground. If you can't reach the ground, you can pop a cushion or a blanket here. And that means it's more comfortable on the knee. But my feet are really straight and they're really, really close to my body. And then I'm not going to get twisted knees. Now if you don't like this, you sit normally. That's fine. Normal kneeling. No problem at all. But give yourself a bit of a hero applause. Yeah. for doing so well. On the way back to the village, we have a little dance, and we're going to do a yoga dance called Drumma Drum Yoga. Now, it's not one we do that often in our yoga class, and it does suggest you need friends to do it, but you don't actually. You can do it on your own. If you do have a friend with you, try it with them. You listen out to when she says find a friend. There's lots of free dancing in this one, lots of African style dancing, so just have some fun with it.
Dance, shake, pose, and drum around when we make our rhythmic sound. Drum, drum, yoga, drum, drum, yoga, drum, drum, yoga, drum, drum, yoga. Now let's sit in chair pose, please. Use your hands, drum on your knees. Drum, drum, yoga, drum, drum, yoga, drum, drum, yoga, drum, drum, yoga. Straddle legs out really wide. Drum the floor from side to side. Drum, drum, yoga, drum, drum, yoga, drum, drum, yoga, drum, drum, yoga. Say these words with some flair. Wave your hands up in the air. Shake it, yogi, shake it. 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 Keep them up there really high. Try to reach up towards the sky. Shake it, yogi, shake it. 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 Let's form a circle and find a groove. You can jump in the middle and show us a move. Free dance time is lots of fun. Let's boogie on down with everyone.
Free dance! Wiggle your buttons!
Everybody say, oh yeah,
Oh yeah!
oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
Can you wiggle in your seat? Can you wiggle in your seat? Can you play to the beat? Can you play to the beat? Oh yeah,
Oh yeah!
say oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
Find a friend to share your beat. Move your body, dance your feet, and drum us on your belly. Yeah, drum us on your belly. Peanut butter jelly. Drum us on your belly.
Peanut butter jelly, drummers on your belly. Peanut butter jelly, drummers on your belly.
Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly.
Let's stay here and relax. Let your feet flop out. Let your arms come to the side of the body. Make sure that we're not clenching our fists. Let the hands just be open and soft. And if it feels comfortable, close those eyes. Start to think of your body as feeling really heavy, as if it was made of stone. Imagine how heavy your stone feet would feel. It would be as if they were sinking down into the ground. Can you imagine how heavy your feet, your legs, your back would be if they were made of stone? Think heavy. Heavy arms, heavy head, heavy body sinking down onto the ground. Take a big breath in, and when you breathe out, I want you to sink even further into the ground. Keep feeling heavy. But then, when you breathe in next, on the breath out, I want you to start imagining yourself getting lighter. Starting to feel lighter. Imagine yourself made of maybe feathers, so light and floaty. Your feet feeling light. Your legs, maybe even so light you feel like you're floating off of the ground. Your whole body feels light. When you breathe in, your next breath out, you're going to feel even lighter. And imagine yourself floating all the way over to the African savannah. And there you are, by the watering hole, slightly up, safe away from the animals, just looking down on it. The savannah grassland in the distance, and the sun, huge ball of orange, reds and yellows in the sky, is slowly sinking towards the earth. It's sunset time, and the sky, oh, the sky is amazing. The colours, red, orange, yellow, even a hint of pink in the sky. And the animals, they're just drinking that cool, refreshing water. And none of the animals are bothered. The crocodiles are drinking or swimming, with the antelope drinking, the zebras, giraffes, all coming together, allowing each other to enjoy the cool water. And as the sun sinks down, the light in the sky changes and the animals become more like silhouettes, like shadows. And the sun sinks down, the sky turns a bit more purpley pink, and it sinks further and further till the sky turns to an inky black, speckled with thousands of sparkling stars. And you feel peaceful and calm, peaceful and calm. slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes to bring movement back to the body. Take your arms and stretch them over your head, and your feet in the other direction to make yourself long, thin like spaghetti. And then hug your knees towards your tummy, keeping your eyes closed while you do it if you can. And a gentle rock from side to side. Slowly roll onto your side. Have a second. Open up those eyes. Gosh, it feels brighter. Slowly trying to bring the peace and calm with you, sitting up. I hope you enjoyed our trip to Africa. It's nice to get out and about, isn't it? Just before we go, a quick reminder of our yoga at home and mindfulness challenge. Now, if you haven't had one of these, ask your parents to drop me an email and I will email a copy over to you. There's lots of different challenges here. Do 10 jumping jacks and then do 10 more even faster. Resting and relaxation. See if you can be still for 2 minutes. Practice boat pose. All sorts of things. A different thing for you to do each day. Now, I haven't had any back yet, so I haven't been able to give anyone a certificate. Will you be the first one? You need to do all the challenges to get the certificate, but let me know how you're going. Even if you've only done some, just drop me a message, get your mummies to drop me a message and let me know, because I'd love to hear, and I can't wait to give my first certificate out. Let's bring our hands together to say goodbye. Hands to our head to think good things. Hands to our mouth to say good things. And a hand to our heart to do good things. Have a great day. Namaste. See you again soon. Bye guys.